Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm back with the Shadow Systems DR920P. And this is more about the Timney Alpha trigger here. So I ordered some connectors. I wanted to try these out. I'd heard some good stuff about the Overwatch Precision connectors. This is an OEM minus connector that's supposed to bring the trigger weight down to like the trigger pull down to like 4.5 pounds, I think, on a standard Glock, right? So there's different stuff going on here. We have the Alpha trigger, it's a Shadow system, so it might not, interact the same way. So it might be lighter, which is what I'm hoping. But then they have this NP3 coating or whatever on it, and that's supposed to somehow change it and make it better, which is interesting. So reduced trigger weight, smooth trigger press, tactile reset. So that's the OEM Glock connector that they added the coating to. This is their own connector, so their own minus connector. And it also has that coating. So I figured I'd try both. I do like the way the trigger is now. I still have not, it's only been a few days, but I still have not gotten to the range to test it. So, this is classic me fiddling with stuff before I've really even tested it. That's just how I am, guys. So just to keep this, this is a range gun only. It's not used for home defense. It's not used for carry. So this is a tool. This is not something that I need to worry about if the trigger doesn't work, right? It's always going to be aimed downrange at a shooting range when there's ammo, live ammo in it. So just want to put that out there. Magazine is empty. Nothing in the chamber. We are clear. So just want to point that out. This is the Timney Alpha trigger. If you want to check out my video installing it, you can. I'll pin it here along the way, and it was a recent video, so check it out. But basically, the Alpha trigger turns a standard Glock trigger, or in this case, Shadow Systems trigger, into a pre-cocked striker, where a standard Glock trigger, or again, Shadow Systems, because it's based off the Glock platform trigger, is not pre-cocked. When you pull the trigger, there's a lot of travel in a Glock trigger, right? And that is it's the initial stuff, breaking safeties and whatnot, right? But then you're also, you're cocking that striker back and then braking to release it. Where this adds a piece in here that sets it up as a pre-cocked striker, so it has less travel and it hits more of a firm wall. So you can see here, I have this much travel. There's still travel there, obviously. And then it's a pretty crisp wall. The reset's good. It really pushes my finger forward. That wall does have some creep in it. See if I can show you. So I'll let you know when I get to it. Right here is the wall. And then you'll see there's a little bit of creep before it breaks. See that little bit? This is perfectly fine, and I can almost guarantee once I'm at the range with live fire, this is probably going to be imperceptible. But I've heard some good things about these connectors. I just figured I'd try it. So why not? So magazine's out, by the way. If you are interested, these are Mech-Gar mags. They were originally developed for the Staccato HD. They're Glock mags, but they're made out of metal, which is awesome. They developed these mag release, mag catch, whatever these are called, ledges, and they rounded them off nicely so that there's no issue with a plastic mag release, because that's the concern with a metal mag on a plastic release like that, that the sharp edges would just break the mag release. But they knocked these edges, they chamfered them really nicely so they're soft. So that's the idea there. But these mags are incredible. They're very magnetic, which is great. I got my competition belt set up. I haven't done any competition. I'm just a nerd, and I wanted a belt set up for the range. I want to practice reloads and stuff. Maybe I will get into competition at some point if I ever feel you know, confident enough. But I'm just getting into all this, right? So anyway, I had a little magnet on one of the mag pouches, so you can put an empty mag on there, which is pretty cool. But so metal mags are just good for a couple reasons. When you push that mag release, it's going to drop out. Even an empty mag is going to easily fall free of there, where sometimes the polymer mags will get caught up in there a little bit. So anyway, that's enough of those shenanigans. Let's take this apart. Best way, in my opinion, to take apart a Glock style gun is to pull the trigger, right? Obviously, first you want to make sure it's clear. Pretty sure this is a fact, but the most negligent discharges when it comes to Glock style guns, especially law enforcement, is when they're cleaning the gun or whatever, and they just did not properly clear the gun. You have to pull the trigger in order to remove the slide. So I always make sure I rack the slide like 8 million times before I pull that trigger when doing this cleaning. I will never have a loaded mag anywhere near me. I recommend you put it on the shelf all the way across the room or in a drawer or something, because it's weird, but ammo likes to get into magazines and ammo likes to get into chambers. So it just has a knack of finding its way in there. So just be careful. Anyway, pull the trigger. And then what I do is I put pressure down on these tabs, and then I pull back a little bit, and they'll come down as I pull it back. It's a very slight pull, and then I just pull it off. Anyway, what am I doing? Put away the wrong part. So this is the slide, obviously. That can be set aside for now. Let us get into this. I'm trying to remember how this all works now, because I did the video. And, you know, that was my first time really taking any of this stuff apart, and I just have to remember. So I'm pretty sure I have to pop these two out, remove this block, and then this comes out, and then I think I can pull, I think there's one more pin back here, and then I can pull out this piece here, and that's where it is. So, yes, I will do that. All right. So I have my Real Avid kit here. I got this, I think, on Amazon, actually. They have some of the Real Avid stuff. I just like their stuff. I like to keep, it comes with brass, nylon, rubber, and steel. And depending on what you're hammering, you can use whichever you need. So I need a punch small enough for this. And yeah, it should cover it. So let's just, I don't like using a tiny punch. You know, if I have one that, yeah, this one's probably going to be the biggest one we can use. Let's see. This one should be good. Okay, let's go with that guy. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, there we go. All right, I forgot the, there it is. Have a little block here, bench block, whatever they call them, just so you can raise up the areas you need to punch, put a hole under it so they just punch right through. So again, I'm pretty sure this top one comes out first. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. And I think I just want to make sure there's no issues there with the spring. I think this would come up now. I'm just going to grab this guy to get under stuff. Just to double check. Of course, I already took my contacts out. It's a little harder for me to see. Oh, there we go. I can get under here. Well, maybe I do need to get that bottom one out first. Well, whatever. I don't think it's going to hurt if I punch that one out. Maybe it will. You never know. You never know. And shit, while I'm here, I don't honestly see a reason why I wouldn't just take them all out. Okay, done. Now they're all just sitting in there and they're ready to go for whenever put them back in. This also has a magnetic feature. I guess none of these are magnetic. That seems odd. Where's that magnet? Is it the inside's magnetic? Am I misremembering here? No, you can see it even has a magnet symbol there. I don't know. Maybe I didn't turn it on. Sorry, had to make a joke. All right. So what am I missing, guys? What am I missing? Okay. No, I hate that. The Apple Intelligence just starts going off. It's really frustrating because I don't understand why. All right, pull this out. Get that out. And then that kind of releases all this jazz. This guy comes out. This guy's the biggest pain in the ass when you're putting it back together. So we have the spring that's all connected to the trigger that should just come out of here now. And this should all come up. Might need my little guy here to get it moving. Trying to remember. Does this move? That's the rail. Ah! Scared the shit out of myself. All right. All right, so it's all out of there. Sorry, I'm remembering. I'm remembering how to do this as I go, which is pretty classic, par for the course here, if you've ever watched my channel. So the piece that we need is right here. It's this guy right here. So should be pretty simple. It's just going to be, the hard part is going to be getting this all back together. So we'll figure that out. What is that? Like grease in there? You see that? What is that? Piece of paper or something? Yeah, it's just a piece of plastic or something. That was weird. All right, so I want to get this out. I remember last time I think I used a punch and just pushed it through because it was actually kind of hard to just grab. There we go. Give it a little push and then I pulled it out. Oh, sorry, I'm still zoomed in. Maybe 2 zoom will be good. All right, so I need to be careful here and make sure I don't lose track of this. This is the stock one. It's going to put a red mark on it. This is the Shadow Systems stock one, I should say, from their Elite trigger. All right, so I think the first one I'm going to try is this one because I assume the OEM one should work fine. That's the one I'm assuming is going to be the best, but I'm going to give this one a shot. So there could be a lot of disassembly, reassembly here, so I'm going to probably be an expert at that by the end of this, which is cool. One of the benefits of disassembling lots of stuff. All right. So that is in there. I can tell you right away, it seems like it sticks up a little more. Right? If I can get it back out and show you. Whoops. So this one, and that one really just, yeah. Nah, I guess not. I need to take a, like a Glock Armors class or just a gunsmithing class or something. I really want to learn just how all this, like I kind of have a concept of how it all works, right? but I don't quite understand how it all works. I'd like to have a really good understanding of that. I think it would be really fun. So, like this angle right here, right? So this is a spring, obviously, of some kind. Does this angle, if this were sitting up higher, would that make the trigger pull longer, you know, shorter? Would it make it feel heavier or lighter? I don't know. That kind of stuff is interesting to me. Okay, so I believe the way we need to do this now, if I'm remembering the instructions, is we connect these together as we put it in, right? So kind of put this up here. And am I missing anything? No. Okay. So this needs to go. I'm just trying to remember which way it went in. It goes in like that, right? So this goes like that, I think. Let's find out. This goes in here. Because it's very possible I could have it all backwards like an idiot. Which I think might be the case, actually. So that makes more sense, huh? I lost my little reset spring, so this goes through here and then on. Just trying to see if it's. Does that make sense? And then the pin right there. I really wish that spring would stay on better, but it doesn't. Let's see how this slots in. Seems to be correct. There we go. Okay. In position. Now I gotta remember this part. Ugh. So this is the spring. I think I need to get the. Do I get the block in there or do I shove this in first? I think I shoved this in first, but I can't remember. We're going to find out. So this goes to the left of it. Like that. I think. Kind of winging it here. And then this goes in, but I need to make sure that spring is forward. So this spring needs to be forward, like that, as this pops in. Am I thinking about that right or no? Do I have this backwards? No, I had it the right way. I'm just trying to remember the process. Gotta get that spring back under there. This is kind of difficult. I don't remember this being in there at this point, so I'm going to take that out. I think I put this part in first. So I've got that kind of forward of this. Oh, I did it backwards again like an idiot. See if I can just do it with my hand. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so I got that part in. Then I push this over to get this in. So this one has the big hole. So I think at this point I'm supposed to put in this pin. Wait, which one goes through here? I think that one goes back here. Yeah, and then these two are the same length. So I think I can put this top one in now. I think if I remember correctly, yep, it hits that, and then I just pull it forward. Get it the rest of the way in. There we go. Okay, so that one's in. There you go. Okay, then this one obviously has a bigger hole, right? Oops. So this one goes through there. Yep. So this one I need to get in. I need to shift this spring over. Where's my little doodad? There we go. So I just pull it over like this. As I push this in. If I remember correctly, that is how I need to do it. Oh, yeah, there we go. I can get it out of the way. And then this needs to get up under there. Told you. This is hard. All right, I got it. Now I think this one can go in. Am I missing something here? Oh, right. I think I gotta like get this in the right spot. That's what I remember. You had to like pull it up. It's really hard to see Get a flashlight. Well, it looks really lined up. Let's see what happens when I do this. Oh no, it needs to lift up. There we go. I think I need to use... Why can't I see anything? Don't remember this being so difficult last time. There's the screw. I think that spring, I think the spring here needs to go over. I think that's the problem. And then I think it's supposed to kind of guide it through. Yep, there we go. All right, sorry guys, it's just a process. This one I can do basically by hand at this point. Not really. All right, that's good enough because we're just gonna check function, right? Everything's in. Hopefully this one's perfect and I don't even want to try the other one, but knowing me, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Let's make sure everything works. Everything looks good. This pin, OCD, shouldn't affect anything though. Oh, look at that. So reset still seems to work, but look, I feel like we got rid of a good amount of the travel. Wall, reset. Interesting. So, wall. Man, it seems about the same with the creep. I mean, it's really good. Maybe I can edit this and maybe I can do where I was dicking around. Could speed that up to like 2x. And then slow it back down when I got it installed. I mean, that reset feels good, so let's just try. I mean, try with my right finger, just, it's harder to take up, wall, creep. Look, I mean, the tiniest bit. Feels great. I'd say the creep part is maybe slightly better. I think it seems like it's breaking in. But there's like, it just seems like there's way less travel. I mean, I'm just, boom, right there. It feels really good. What does it say on here? Reduced trigger weight, smooth trigger press, tactile reset. Interesting that they even talk about the reset. How does this affect the reset? I don't know. Okay. So, unfortunately, I am going to try the other one because I'm a madman. So, that's the winner so far. So this one can go, I'll put it with the other stuff from the Elite trigger. So here we go. Let's do this again. We're going to take it all apart. Oh, let me pull the trigger. Remove that part. Okay. Now we can do this. Just punch this one out. Try to go the same way, in and out. So I think I figured out how to get that bottom one in easier. You just kind of use a punch to get everything in, and then you follow the pin with it. So that makes it easier. And then this, I figured out, I guess, the process on that too. So should be quicker. I usually don't edit anything out of my disassemblies just because I feel like it's, you know, for anybody who actually cares and wants to get all that, they can. And anybody who doesn't, you guys can just fast forward. I mean, you can put it on 2x real easy too, right? So, all right. So we just need to pop this one out. I think it came out pretty easy, right? Take that out. I might put some grease on here. Might be smart to do that. Grease up this area a little bit. Once I figure out what I want, I'm going to do that. So I might take it apart again, even if this one's perfect, but we'll see. So this came out. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here just to be safe. So hopefully they feel close to the same. And then I just have an extra one for next time I get a Shadow Systems or something. Although I think my next purchase is going to be a 2011 of some sort. So this is the OEM, but it's been coated, which is interesting because it doesn't really look, let me see, here's a stock one. So that's just stainless, and then this is NP3 coating. Guess it's just like a gray. It just looks like steel, honestly. Can't tell the difference. See a little notch right here that I don't see on this one. That one says SS22. That's the stock one. Shadow Systems, I guess, 22. Interesting. Okay. All right, so then this will go in. There's the, yeah, here. That. Yeah, that one goes in real smooth too. Can't tell if it sticks up higher or anything, so. All righty. Let's get to kicking here. So again, we're going to take this and we're going to turn it this way, I believe. Yep, just like that. Then we're going to kind of feed that in here. Push that in there. Trigger's going to want to drop down. Obviously, it's not going to work, but I just wanted to see. I'm trying to see where that piece is exactly. It's down here, right? It's this thing, I guess. Interesting. Okay. So that's all in. Take this pin while I'm here, might as well. Get that in there, so that's not coming back out. Then we can work with this. Our spring is in here. So we're going to put this block in. So it goes in like so. So we're going to take our little guy and pull this. Yep, just like that. I'm going to use my fingers because I think that was easier. Yep, it was. Pop that in. And then look, that's already shifted over to the side. But first, I'm going to put in the pin for the top. Put this in. I think that one's lined up. Oh, right. Gonna move the pin, or the spring is sick. Just move the pin a little bit. Move the spring a little bit. Sorry, I kept saying pin. There we go. That one's in. Flush it up because I'm OCD. There we go. Okay. Then we work in the slide stop by pulling this to the side. Ugh. What's going on here? Spring is being a little biz edge. Why are you being so annoying? Oh, I see. It's not really on the thing very well. There we go. All right, got that on. Then I just need to work this down there. Past it. I think I need to move it over a little more. Yeah, stay over there, please. Just stay over there. There we go. Okay. So got that, and I need to take this guy, push it in here as far as I can go. And then take this guy, kind of weasel my way up. Let's see. Didn't do it. Nope. I think I got it. Can't see shit. Okay, yeah, it's all blocked. What is blocking it? Looks like the spring is blocking it. Looks like it's close. I don't know. Try this again. So I see it in there. Just, you can see this is grabbing it, right? Yeah. I think I just need to time it better. Push it a little bit, pull that up, and then yeah, it's in there. All right. So let me just get these flushed up real quick. This one doesn't really matter. But there we go. Everything seems to work. Reset. It's on there. It looks a little bit off. I wonder if I can. There we go. I wonder if that would help the reset at all. Just pushing that into place a little better. Okay. Moment of truth. See if I can remember how the other one felt. So again, seems like less travel, right? And then reset's good. Feels lighter. Ooh. Might not. I mean, imperceptible, I feel like. Amount of creep. Did I wall or take up? I mean, that feels so good. I think I like it the way it is. So I kind of wanted to add some grease and shit in there. But now I'm like, I gotta take it all apart again to do that. Do I want to? I probably should. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Nah, it's 12:30, man. Jesus. I might just see if I can force some in there. That was weird. I mean, that feels good. See if I can just get some grease in there on that reset spring. I got this gun butter. It's called Trigger Butter. Official trigger and locking lug grease. Sear tips, sear spring tips, locking lugs and barrel, hammer spring, whatever. I think this would be perfect. Is this unscrewing or just spinning? There we go. Okay. Crazy, it has this like syringe on it. So let's see if I can do that. Let me just test it real quick. Do I have to like do something to get it to start working, or? Yeah. Okay, this is really not the best applicator, I'll say. Fuck it. I'm just gonna take it apart. It's such a pain in the ass. I think that was the best trigger. I did like that last one too, though. But it was interesting. It felt stronger, like a heavier pull, but crisper. You know, where this one is lighter and not quite as like snappy. It's hard to explain. But there's a little bit of creep with that one, where this one basically eliminates it, which I think is important. So anyway, I'm just rambling here. Let me pop this stuff out. Yeah, totally up to you guys if you want to stick around for this part. I'm just going to take it all apart again and grease it up. Maybe that'll help too. I don't know. Slide all that away. Take this out. Get under here. That out. Take this stuff out. So basically what I want to do is put some in here to make sure this is all greased up. Like that. Maybe it'll keep it in place better. I don't know. Okay, so I got that, and then that piece seems important. Same thing here. I'm basically looking at any spot that has a little bit of wear and putting some in there, if that makes sense. This stuff all gets caked up with carbon, but whatever. Okay, so I got that. Let me check this piece out. So I used gun butter on it, but now I can put this stuff on there instead. So I'm assuming this is the sear. Right? Okay. All right, got that part. Maybe put some on the spring just because. Why the hell not, right? To be honest, it seems like it's just gun butter, but whatever. Okay. All right, now I gotta get it all back in this bitch again. What is this thing anyway? Oh, that's just the release. You can see there's some white shit in there. Looks like a hair. Something got caught in there. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I have a tendency to, you know. All right, put that away. But yeah, it looks kind of the same as the gun butter, but whatever. Okay, so we take this guy and we connect it to this guy this way. Like so, I believe. Drop that in. Whoops. Put that in. Okay. Put this pin in if I can. There we go. That pin's in. Take our block here. Pull back on this. Got that in. Push that to the side. Take this pin, shove it in. There we go. Hits this spring. Back off a little bit so I can get some maneuverability. Get around the spring. Pop that home. Take our jaw piece, move that to the side. Shove this in. Like so. Push this out of the way a little bit. get our pin. Use this as leverage. Pop that in. Even these out real quick. Check this guy. Gun butter, gun butter. I mean, I already did this and did not shoot it after, so I think we're good. Put some on the rails there too, didn't I? Could maybe put a little bit. I'm not sure if I've used this yet. I bought a bigger thing so I could put the little syringe ones in my range bags. Okay, that should be plenty. Feels like butter. Okay, let's feel it. A little bit of take up and wool. Reset. Pretty positive. Yeah, I don't feel I don't really feel that creepiness that I felt with the other two. I mean, if I really try, like, I just don't feel anything really after the wall. It just breaks. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that. So, there we go. Those are the Overwatch Precision connectors. If anybody is interested, this is the OEM one, obviously. What I'll do actually is this. I'll just take this, I'll put this in here. I will take my Sharpie. DR920P. Installed. So that way I'll know this is what's in there and that's the stock one. So oh yeah, dude. Seems to be getting better as I go here. Whew. All right. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm sure this is very uninteresting for a lot of people, but you never know. There might be a few people out there that have these, have a Timney Alpha trigger or have a Glock and want to install these connectors. There's some tutorial. Basically, I did it 4 times, I think. So hopefully you caught what you needed there. I love this gun. I will show some other guns for sure. I just have been messing with this one. The next one should be the lever gun install. I have the Timney trigger for that too. I think that'll be fun. I always have trouble with the lever screw on that, so that'll be fun. But yeah, love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.